The Garden Report is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network.
Hey, Boy Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report. One more before we get out of Philadelphia for the final time here at Wells Fargo Arena, breaking down behind me. And we're going to hit on the key adjustment tonight, one we did preview here on the Garden Report. Rumblings emerged throughout this morning, and the Celtics didn't hold the shoot-around, so no words from the players or coaches or anything like that pointing toward it. But about an hour before this game, Shams Charania reported Robert Williams would replace Derrick White in the starting lineup, return the double big, which hadn't played for much of this year. The numbers weren't great. I think it was about a minus 12 per 100 during the regular season. A risky move, divisive one on the Garden Report. John didn't love the idea of it. I want to see them return the defense, and players did too. I've talked to Marcus Smart, and I wrote about it for Boston Sports Journal last week, and even just Al Horford coming into the playoffs saying we have another level we can get to defensively. Interestingly enough, Al Horford, after this game, a thrilling win for the Celtics here that we hit on. Jason Tatum, the big story, but the undercurrent and a key move going back to defense. Starting early, Philly's shooting about 36% through the midway point in the second quarter. Rob's out there challenging Tyrese Maxey floaters. Standing at the rim, Joel Embiid this whole series is camped out in the paint and challenged shots by Celtics drivers. Having Rob there disrupted the Joel Embiid, James Harden pick and roll that tortured the Celtics over the last couple games here. Gave the Celtics an early cushion. They went up by 16 early in this game. And as Philly worked its way back, building up some runs against the Celtics' smaller lineups, against Al Horford, who still had to man some switching out there during the minutes that Rob sat. You were looking at a lineup that was able to build up runs once Rob got out there.
The Garden Report is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers can get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000 when you go to FanDuel.com/Boston.
Plus 20 at one point when I looked up there in the second quarter. Just a substantial impact from him out there. And I thought he withstood energy-wise, too. In the halftime, you saw him ducking his head a little bit, hands on his knees, but he energized this group. There's no doubt about it. And Marcus Smart was thrilled to hear that Rob was going to start as well. Here's what he had to say about the move.
What do you think when you heard about the lineup change?
I was ecstatic about it. To be able to have Rob in there, he changes the game a lot. Being able to have a lob threat, a rim threat, to be able to protect the rim on the other end, he's huge for us. And I was proud to have him on the court. And that just goes to show, Joe's learning, just like all of us. I know he's been killed a lot, rightfully so. He needs to make some adjustments, and he's did that. And that's all you can ask for. Just continue to be the best he can be. And it takes everybody. It's a full team effort.
So Doc came into this game saying that they were ready for it, and there were times where you saw the Sixers make some runs into the fourth quarter, especially this was a game. But the Celtics closed it out again defensively. 0 for 9 Philadelphia shooting before the Sixers emptied the bench, forcing turnovers, and that's the big one. You saw the Celtics get back to being a disruptive unit on that side of the ball here tonight. Smart ripped the ball out of Embiid's hands early, made the same play to start the second quarter on Paul Reed. Challenging shots around the rim, a big deal here tonight. And Horford's energy definitely increased by being able to get into and guard the pick and roll here tonight. So the Celtics finally put on the masterclass defensively you thought they'd be capable of, one reminiscent of last year. And I'm sure they'll stay with that adjustment into next game. And Game 7 will take place at TD Garden on Sunday. No time yet, but you'll hear it, we'll hear it, and we'll all be there for the Garden Report. Check us out post-game. Check all the reaction to this one. A lot of good stuff up on CLNS Media. 6 players talked after this one. And our segment with Sherrod on Tatum's epic turnaround here tonight. Big stories all around as the Celtics come back from a big hole early in this game offensively and separate themselves late to beat the Sixers and force a Game 7. I'm Boy Manning from Philadelphia. This has been the Garden Report.
CLNS Media's Celtics coverage is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.